Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley. With convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut, visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. 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 We always could spot a friend. Welcome back. him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Hey, it is Monday, January 31st. On this day in 1903, the Teamsters Union is formed. Hey, how many Teamsters does it take to change a light bulb?
4 million.
27.
Why is that?
You got a problem with that?
Okay. I like 4 million better.
By accident or on purpose, you've turned into They'll Learn Ya with me, Michael Buster McMahon. I am Michael Buster McMahon, and I'm an alcoholic. Or a liar. You figure it out.
Okay.
Joining me is my pal and producer, Peter Coles, who's behind me.
Yeah, in the professional news box.
Yeah, how about that? Are you going to be there for the whole show? Because that's kind of creepy. Feels
I
like
don't know. I'm looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, it's a little creepy.
Your point?
Peter doesn't understand the French. More accurately, he doesn't understand why they got offended when told to eat cake. You'll eat cake, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Today on the show, great songs and cool stories about them. Plus, if we have time, we'll discuss the crazy design of the giant moon-shaped proposed Vegas casino. But we probably won't have time for that.
You're doing it to me again.
So relax and remember, robbers offer you your money or your life, but women want both.
Good point.
Hey, how's your trip? You're back.
Didn't get to see a rocket.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Bad weather 3 days in a row. A lot of driving.
Uh-huh.
And then
I thought you took a plane.
We did, but it was dry. We stayed in Fort Pierce, and the rocket launch is in Cocoa Beach, was an hour away.
Okay.
we should have changed hotel. Oh, we learned a lot. Got to see some old friends from the Babe Ruth crew. Some of the Parks guys down there. We hang out with them for a little bit. Explored the area. Had a good time. Yeah, had some fun. Wasn't long enough, but yeah.
Something devastating happened to me while you were gone.
What's that?
It had nothing to do with you. I was very proud of this. I went, now we're equals, okay?
Yeah.
I went 52 years without a cavity.
Okay.
And I went to the dentist.
Yes.
And I've got a cavity.
I think you're probably shattered then.
I am. I was very upset. They had to console me.
Console you, huh?
Yeah, I was very distraught. I was like, what?
It does happen.
No, I'm Michael McMahon. I don't get cavities.
Okay.
52 years without a cavity.
All right.
I'm devastated.
I
gotta go back now. So I don't like going to the
You
dentist.
need a filling. You're lucky that all you've had is a cavity.
I know, but I have to go now. I don't like to go to the dentist, but now I have to go again next week to get this taken care of.
Yeah.
It was a great run, right? It was
Sure, yeah.
Let's
You're far better than everybody else.
Let's celebrate it happened. Let's not be sad that it's over. Let's celebrate that it happened.
You're far better than all the rest of us poor schlubs.
You have a cavity?
I've had several, yes.
Okay. How old were you when you got your
I've
first?
had a root canal.
Ugh. How old were you when you got your first cavity?
I think I was in high school.
Huh. Yeah, see, I skipped all that.
Yeah.
I got good teeth.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah. In fact, my grandmother had really good teeth. In fact, people used to accuse her of wearing dentures, and she used to get very mad.
Okay, I understand that.
All right, so this isn't what we do. We don't just gab. We play some pretty cool tunes, and this is a pretty cool tune. It's actually a remake. Did you know that this was a remake?
No.
Otis Redding had the original, and so the Black Crowes, this was their third single, and the first songs, Twice as Hard and Jealous Again, they were doing okay. But this song made it to number 45 on the charts originally. And they're like, well, we're gaining momentum. So then they released the song She Talks to Angels. That was a hit.
It was a great
hit
song,
the top
yeah.
30. Then once it went to the top 30, they had this crazy... Now, She Talks to Angels hit the top 40 1 year after the album was released. So this music was out for a while.
Okay.
And they had this crazy idea. They said, you know what? People seem to like She Talks to Angels, but we really do think that Hard to Handle is it's a better song. Now that they know who we are, let's
Right.
release it again. Maybe it'll hit the top 40 this time.
Sometimes that happens, man.
And it did. It went to number 26, and it was their highest charting hit. It's a pretty cool tune. Here's the Black Crows and Hard to Handle. 89.5 WSKB.
Candle calls the mama, I'm sure all the hand and I just around. Action speaks louder than words, and I'm a man of great experience. I know you got another man, but I can love you better than him. Take my hand, don't be afraid, I'm gonna prove every word I say. I'm advertising love for free, so you can place your ad free. Once I come along and down by the dozen, that ain't nothing but let me light your candle calls her mama, I'm sure all the hand and I just around. Yeah, all the hand now. Oh baby, baby, here I am, a man on your scene. I can give you what you want, but you got to come home with me. I forgot some good old loving and I got some more in store. When I get through throwing on you, you gotta come running back for more. Both will run along and down by the dozen. I ain't nothing but drugstore loving. Pretty little thing, let me light your candle calls her mama, I'm sure all the hand and I just around. Hard, hard to handle now. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Let me light your candle calls her mama, I'm sure all the hand and I just around. Yeah, so hard to handle now. Oh yeah, baby, a good love hand. Baby, oh, good love hand. I need good love hand. I got to have it.
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Excuse me. Simon and Garfunkel. Now, the lyric "Making Love in the Afternoon" was really kind of one of Paul Simon's most explicit at the time. And Simon said that when the soldiers came back from Vietnam, and some of them told him, they're like, wow, the country really has changed. The fact that a lyric like that could be put on the radio, while they were gone, this lyric made it on the radio.
Sure, yeah.
So I wonder what they think of today's music.
They're rolling in their graves.
Well, to be fair, I think a lot of them are still alive. To be fair.
Vietnam vets. Yeah.
Hey, what another great weekend of football, huh?
I was just about to say that. I just got an email. Get this. The Cincinnati Bengals obviously beat the Chiefs. I went to watch the game on the plane. They haven't. It's the first time they've been to the Super Bowl since '89. So to put that into perspective, give you an idea how long it's been since the Bengals' last Super Bowl appearance. Here's some things that happened that year. The World Wide Web was invented. The first episodes of The Simpsons and Seinfeld aired, and the Berlin Wall came down.
Yeah.
Oh, also, Taylor Swift was born.
It was
a little old.
Yeah, it's and good for them. I think
long-suffering fan
I think a lot of people were rooting for them. I was rooting for not that I cared about L.A. because I don't, and their owner is a bit of a jerk. But I didn't want San Francisco to tie the Patriots' record of 6 titles, so I was rooting for them to be stopped.
You just don't like Garoppolo.
I have no qualms either way, but I don't understand the Patriot fan love for Garoppolo. He started 2 games for us. What loyalty do we owe him?
He was the heir apparent to the GOAT.
But he wasn't. I mean, are we supposed to root for, why not root for Stoney Michel? He was playing for the Rams. Are we supposed to root for every ex-Patriot? I didn't quite understand this fascination that people had with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
So,
I wish I had that. I probably have that in there somewhere.
I mean, we're rooting for Brian Hoyer after, this is his 3rd stint with the club, but he was a starter for a couple teams, Cleveland and Chicago. Were we rooting for Brian Hoyer, too, when he was gone? Why not? I didn't quite understand. So I'm glad San Francisco can't get 6 titles this year. And, of course, I'm going to be rooting for the Bengals in the Super Bowl. I think that'd be a great story. It really would. Of course, the Rams are going to be the 2nd team in a row now to play they're playing the Super Bowl in their home stadium.
I know. That's a wild stuff.
Yeah. Yep. That's a crazy stadium.
Yep.
Anyway, Cecilia, it's one of my karaoke songs. I haven't done it in a while.
Gotcha.
Now this song, Neil Diamond didn't think this song there was anything of it, and this guy who ran a record label said, "You know what?" He goes, "I think this is a fantastic song. It would be his biggest copyright ever," he said, which is not quite true. He goes, the lyric says everything I really wanted to say, and I was happy with it. But he goes, there's not much meat to it, but it did turn out to be a major copyright. I made a lot of money off of it, so I am grateful I was convinced to release it. I think it's a cool song.
Yeah.
Here's
the basic Neil Diamond song.
Yeah. Here's Song Sung Blue, 89.5 WSKB.
Song sung blue, everybody knows one. Song sung blue, every garden grows one. Me and you are subject to the blues now and then. But when you take the blues and make a song, you sing them out again. You sing them out again. Song sung blue, weeping like a willow. Song sung blue, sleeping on my pillow. Funny
can sing it with a cry in your voice. And before you know it, get to feeling good. You simply got no choice. Subject to the blues now and then. But when you take the blues and make a song, you sing them out again. Song sung blue, weeping like a willow. Song sung blue, sleeping on my pillow. Sing it with a cry in your voice. And before you know it, start feeling good. You simply got no choice. Song sung blue. Song sung blue.
Underwriting for WSKB's community radio programming is brought to you in part by R. Levesque Associates. They are offering landscape architecture, civil engineering, environmental permitting, and land surveying. RLA is a second-generation company devoted to excellence in the planning and design of outdoor spaces. On the web at rlaland.com or at 40 School Street in Westfield.
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
Join us every Thursday morning
from 6 until at least 7:30.
Check out the Bobby G and Company Show
right here on WSKB 89.5
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
When it flies, the guys all dressed up just like the
Rolling Stones. Now, that song was kind of written in response to... They had their big hit Satisfaction. And they're like, whew, you know what? Cool. You know, no one's going to nag us. We have our hit. Boom. But they said just the opposite happened. He goes, everyone was knocking on the door saying, all right, we need another hit. We need another hit. They're like, geez, you know, let us relax. Leave us alone. So basically this song was written sort of like a tongue-in-cheek, you know, get off my cloud here. We're kind of enjoying this fun of having a number one hit, and we can't really enjoy it. And looking back, Mick Jagger goes, it was written kind of just to, as I said, you know, tongue-in-cheek, but looking back at it, he goes, I'm actually kind of impressed it came out as well as it did, because basically we're just trying to tell everyone to shut up and leave us alone. And it was a big hit. You still working Sunday?
Yep.
Okay. Sunday's going to be kind of a cool thing. We're doing a reading of the musical. And there's going to be some people who listen. Do we have people who listen like every day to this station?
Yeah, there's some, yeah.
Okay. So there's a couple names that people would know. Bob Plaska's going to be there. Kathy Palmer's going to be there. Angela Grout, a frequent guest on Bobby's show, is going to be there. Mark Auerbach had to cancel. He's got some, he's going to like the doctors or something, and he can't make it. Bobby Goff can't make it either. But, so yeah, there's some, and people listen to the show.
Bobby Goff is still recovering.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said he won't be recovered in time. And a couple callers who were been on the show. I don't know if you remember Hillary Haley. We had her as a guest. She was my Lola when I was directed Damn Yankees. And it was kind of a fun interview. One of my college girlfriends, Tracy, she's going to go. So this will be interesting. You'll be missed, basically, is what I'm saying. So
I know.
I'm excited about this. That's all right. So I'm excited about this. I'll tell everybody about it next week. But hopefully it goes well, and hopefully people like the. This is the first time the whole thing is going to be read out loud. So it's hopefully it becomes a historic event. Basically, is what I'm looking for.
Okay.
All right. Now you found the slow version of this song?
I believe so.
All right. Now, so Neil Sedaka recruited someone to write the lyrics, someone specific, and he was very proud of the way it came out. So he showed it to Barry Mann, who was a prolific songwriter himself. He's all excited. He showed him the song, and he's like, look, this is so cool. And Barry Mann was like, meh. M-E-H. Meh. And so Neil Sedaka was kind of crushed. He's like, I really thought this was going to be a good song. So he added sort of like a doo-wop part to the original. And that worked, and it became a hit. And on a whim, he decided to make a slower version of the song. And he was surprised when the record company released it. And he was even more surprised that it went to number 8. So it basically gave him his 18th top 40 Billboard hit. And he ended up with 21, which is a pretty good run.
Yeah.
Not to mention all the other ones that he wrote. But I kind of like the slow version of it. I think it makes it sadder. You know, it shouldn't be a happy, peppy song. Don't you think?
I would agree with that.
Yeah. So I think this slow version came out pretty cool. Here's Breaking Up Is Hard to Do. 89.5 WSKB.
Down, doobie-doo, down, down. Comma, down, doobie-doo, down, down. Comma, down, doobie-doo, down, down. Breaking up is hard to do. You tell me that you're leaving. I can't believe it's true. Girl, there's just no living without you. Don't take your love away from me. Don't you leave my heart in misery. 'Cause if you go, then I'll be blue. Breaking up is hard to do. Remember when you held me tight and you kissed
been through, and breaking up is hard to do. They say that breaking up is hard to do. Now I know that it's true. Don't say that this is the end. Instead of breaking up, I wish that we were making up again. I beg of you, don't say goodbye. Can't we give our love just one more try? Come on, baby, let's start anew. Breaking up is hard to do. Breaking up is oh so hard to do.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes and Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
There's something wrong with the world today. I don't know what it is. Something's wrong with our eyes. We're seeing things in a different way, and God knows it ain't his. It sure ain't no surprise. We're living on the edge. Living on the edge. Living on the edge. Living on the edge. There's something wrong with the world today. The light bulb's getting dim. There's meltdown in the sky. If you can judge a wise man by the color of his skin, mister, you're a better man than I. Living on the edge. You can't let yourself from living on the edge. You can't help yourself. Living on the edge. You can't stop yourself from living on the edge. Tell me what you think about your situation. Complication, aggravation is getting to you. If cheeky little tells you that the sky is falling, even if it wasn't, would you still come crawling back again? I bet you would, my friend. Again and again and again and
A bit of a long ending.
Didn't it remind you a little bit of Led Zeppelin?
A little bit.
They loved Led Zeppelin.
And Bay State rock and roll there. Now, the song was inspired by the 1992 Los Angeles riots and lots of social issues in the song. And right in the middle of the song, you hear that boom, boom, boom. Supposedly, it's the bass drum Steven Tyler stole from his high school. That's not an easy feat to steal a bass drum.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, I prefer, if I'm going to steal a musical instrument, I'd like one that I could conceal. You know, like a harmonica.
If you read their biography, they weren't shy.
No, I know, but I'm just saying it's tough to get away with stealing a bass drum.
But also at the time, they also played a lot when they first started. They played a lot of high school proms and dances, so they actually played the dances. So they had access to a lot of that stuff, including their high school.
You know what? Actually, my favorite type of musical instruments are?
What's that?
Ones that can double as furniture. You know? Like a piano is not just a piano, it's also furniture. You can put your coat on the piano. You can't put your coat on a saxophone.
You can if it was on its stand.
You can, but you know, I like some that, you know, it's because we have a piano. I mean, we don't play it, but you know, it's furniture. It's something that you can, you know.
So you have a piano just sitting there.
Pretty much, yes. Well, come over and play it if you want.
So why do you keep it?
It was, I believe it was in the Weiss family. It was like her aunt's or something, and so she got it from her aunt. But you know, I mean, it's not like we have something else that could go there. I mean, I guess we could put another chair, but it's and you know what I always wanted to do. I always wanted to do this. This would be one of the greatest practical jokes of all time, but the commitment for it would be huge.
Okay.
I want to like secretly take like piano lessons.
Yes.
You know, during my on week at work, like I sleep during the day, and sometimes Karen's home. So once I got proficient at piano, I want to like walk downstairs, pretend I'm sleepwalking, sit down at the piano, play something amazing, close it up, go back to bed, and have like pretend I have no recollection of what happened. Wouldn't that be like the greatest?
I guess.
There's a lot of work involved in it, though.
Okay.
I'd have to, you know, learning to play piano proficiently. I mean, this would be you know, kudos to me if I ever did it and pulled it off. I mean, there'd be a lot of effort into it. But wouldn't that be a funny prank?
Yeah, I guess.
Because people know I can't play the piano, or so they thought. And then I come down, I could pretend like I was like, you know, possessed or something by some piano playing spirit.
Okay.
You know, it's funny. In that song they mentioned Chicken Little. Did you ever see the movie Chicken Little?
No.
Okay. Oh yeah, because you know you don't have like little kids around. But my daughter saw it, and she was little, and she was absolutely obsessed over one detail in the movie. Now, basically in the movie in Chicken Little, it turns out that, you know, there is like Piece of the Sky Falling. It involves aliens and everything. But the most unrealistic thing in the movie, according to my daughter, that she just couldn't get past.
What's that?
The chicken was wearing glasses.
Oh, jeez.
She's just like, this movie's so ridiculous. Chickens don't wear glasses. She was obsessed with the fact that the little kid, the little chicken, was wearing glasses.
Oh, boy.
Hey, do you think this song would have been a hit if it was called These Arms?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I think it would have been just as big of a hit. But there
people
are
have a fascination with eyes.
I know, but, I think this song is a hit not because it's about eyes. It's just because it's a cool-sounding song.
Well, yeah.
So, I mean, I think it could have done well. But so they had members in the band who had success elsewhere. So the record company wanted to put like an air of mystique around this release. So Randy Bachman wrote this song, and it was called These Eyes. But the lyrical hook wasn't anything special. And so all they did was change the word arms to eyes. And it was like, oh, yeah, okay, we got it. There it is.
Yeah.
It seems like I don't think it would.
People have a fascination with eyes.
So do I.
That's one of those things that will draw you into a person physically wise. So absolutely.
I agree. I am attracted to
more so than arms.
But it's, arms are a pretty good part of the body too.
That's a functional piece. It's not a artistic or aesthetic.
How come nobody's an arm? And people say, "Oh, yeah, you're a leg man, you're a breast man, or a butt man."
You just made my point.
There's got to be somebody who likes arms.
You just made my point.
How come no one admits something else, another part? I mean, that's the favorite part, isn't it? Anyway, here's the Guess Who.
I wouldn't say it. There are other things that outrank eyes, but I will not say them on radio.
I know, but I'm saying like no one. People say, "Are you a breast man or a leg man?" It's like, no, I'm a man. But no one ever says that.
Well, again,
I guess it goes without saying.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Yes. So here is the get. Oh, this is I used to have fun with my daughter too. Whenever this song played, I'm like,
who?
Yeah, I sing. Hey, guess who sings this? And
who?
We had our own little vaudeville bit there for a bit. Here's These Eyes, 89.5 WSKB.
These eyes cry every night for you. These arms long to hold you again. The curtains on me, yeah, and I will never be free, no, my baby, no, no. These eyes watched you bring my world to an end. This heart could not accept and pretend. The curtains on me, yeah, and I will never be free, no, no, no. You took the vow with me, yeah, and you spoke it, baby. These eyes are crying. These eyes have seen a lot of love, but they're never gonna see another one like
cry every night for you. These arms long to hold you again. Ah. These eyes are crying. These eyes have seen a lot of loves, but they're never gonna see another one like I had with you. These eyes are crying. These eyes have seen a lot of loves, but they're never gonna see another one like I had with you. These eyes are crying. These eyes have seen a lot of loves, but they're never gonna see another one like I had with you. These eyes are crying. These eyes.
Underwriting for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here. Join us the third Wednesday of every month with Selectman Joe Didi and his take on everything Southwick.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Wait a second, man. What do you think the teacher's gonna look like this year?
Teacher, stop that screaming. Teacher, don't you see? Don't wanna be no uptown fool. Maybe I should go to hell, but I'm doing well. Teacher needs to see me after school. I think of all the education that I missed, but then my homework was never quite like this. Oh, got it bad, got it bad, got it bad. I'm not the teacher. I've got it bad, so bad. I'm not the teacher. Hey, I heard your ministers were back. I brought my pencil. Give me something to write on, I heard about your lessons, but lessons are so cold. I know about this school. Little girl from Cherry Lawn, how can you be so bold? How did you know the golden rule? I think of all the education that I missed, but then my homework was never quite like this. Oh, got it bad, got it bad, got it bad. I'm not the teacher. I've got it bad, so bad. I'm not the teacher.
clock is slow. I don't feel dirty. Class dismissed. Ooh, yeah. I got it bad, got it bad, got it bad. I'm like my teacher.
Jeez, I thought for a minute there you were going to come switch with me.
Sit down, Waldo. So now, after that video came out, people were like, hey, who was the teacher in that video? And how soon people forgot. That's Lillian Muller. She was the love interest in a previous video, Do You Think I'm Sexy? Remember that video? It's one of the,
Rod Stewart?
Yeah. It's one of the first videos I remember watching, like 1979. You know, the videos weren't like a normal thing. I was watching the year-end countdown. Solid Gold. Remember Solid Gold?
Yeah, I remember Solid Gold.
Yeah. So when they played that song on its countdown, they played the video, and it's one of the earlier videos I remember ever seeing. So she was the love interest of quite a few people in music videos. So how soon we forgot.
Gotcha.
Now this guy didn't really think things through. Phil Spector found him, and he mentored him. And afterwards, he's like, "Yeah, cool. Thanks for teaching the business. I think I'm good." Phil Spector's like, "You're leaving?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. I think I don't need you. I think I can pretty much make it up on my own." So do you know what happened to Mr. Curtis Lee?
What the?
He ended up having to work construction with his father later. Because without Phil Spector, not the best career choice. But here's Curtis Lee with Phil Spector's influence, Pretty Little Angel Eyes, 89.5 WSKB.
Pretty little angel eyes, pretty little angel eyes, pretty little angel, pretty little angel, pretty little, pretty little, pretty little angel. Pretty, pretty little angel eyes.
Angel eyes, I really love you so. Angel eyes, I'll never let you go. Because I love you, my darling angel eyes.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Hi, this is Harry Rock, host of Rock on Westfield every fourth Wednesday at 8 a.m. Tune in for my view of this place I call home.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 at 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
What would you think if I sang out a tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. Gonna try with a little help from my friends. What do I do when my love is away? Does it worry you to be alone? How do I feel by the end of the day? Are you sad because you're on your own? No, I get by with a little help from my friends. Get high with a little help from my friends. Gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Would you believe in a love at first sight? Yes, I'm certain that it happens all the time. What do you see when you turn out the light? I can't tell you, but I know it's mine. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Get high with a little help from my friends. Oh, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I just need someone to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Gonna try with a little help from my friends. Oh, I get high with a little help from my friends. Yes, I get by with a little help from my friends. With a little help from my friends.
The working title of that song was the Badfinger Boogie, because pretty much during the production and everything, John Lennon heard his finger on the
Yeah.
piano, so he would call it the Badfinger Boogie, and eventually the title came out to with a little help from my friends. Ringo Starr was very reluctant to sing it because he goes, I'm afraid people, if you basically said, if I sang you a song, are you going to be mad at me? And he was afraid that people were going to throw things at him. And relax, it's just a song. People aren't going to take this, literally. Don't worry about it. Now, of course, the Badfinger Boogie, somebody did get some use out of that because the Beatles' handpicked successor, a band called the Ivies, they changed their name to Badfinger in tribute to that song. So, of course,
Gotcha.
we all know the sad, tragic tale of Badfinger.
Yes.
And if you don't, look it up. I would
You play enough of their songs.
I would love to write a buy-up play about them because it's such a tragedy. But I don't think I'm qualified. There's got to be somebody more qualified than me to write their story and do proper
That's just
justice.
because you love the sad endings. That's why.
No. I don't necessarily like sad endings. I like endings that aren't happy, which is two different things. But the Badfinger thing is just damn tragic. I mean, that song Without You, the two co-writers of it ended up hanging themselves. I mean, my God.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just tragic. I don't like that story at all. I think it's horrible what happened to them. So,
Okay.
Anyway, let's talk about something a little happier. Hey, I got Matt over there. They printed out like 25 copies or so of the musical for the reading for Sunday. Looks pretty sharp, huh?
Cool.
Yeah. This looks like it's a real thing now.
It is a real thing.
Yeah, you can put it in your hand. It's not just in my head. It's actually in my hands now, finally. Yeah. Anyway.
Cool.
Cool!
It's nice to have access to a printing shop.
It is, yes. I mean, they did great work. They did quick, and it's good. It looks great. And if there's any real mistakes in it, it would be of my own hand because I told them
they just gave you a digital copy.
Yeah, basically, I went over a couple times. I'm sure there's something in here. Some of the play style isn't consistent because it was written over a long period of time. So, but this will be fine for the reading. I mean, this isn't going. I'm not publishing this. I'd be a little more picky, but it's just for the reading, and it looks absolutely great. So
cool.
It's gonna be great. Wish you could go, buddy. You're kind of a good luck charm when it comes to these things.
Okay.
So there was a Freddie Mercury tribute concert in 1992, and so all the artists, they get to pick a song, and this isn't one of their the most obvious ones that you think of, but it's a pretty cool song. Mm-hmm. So Lisa Stansfield chose this one, but she didn't just go out on the concert and sing it, which, of course, she did. But if you've ever seen the video for it, I mean, she committed to the bit. She came out wearing hair curlers, pushing a vacuum cleaner, just like the video. That's how you commit to the bit, right there. Here's I Wanna Break Free by Queen, 89.5 WSKB.
But life still goes on. I can't
get used to living without you by my side. I don't want to live alone. Hey, God knows, got to make it on my own. So baby, can't you see? I've got to break free. I've got to break free. I want to break free. Yeah. I want to break.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Come on and hold me, just like you told me. Then show me what I want to know. Why don't we steal away? Why don't we steal away into the night? I know it ain't right. Don't tease me. Why don't you please me? Then show me what you came here for. Why don't we steal away? Why don't we steal away into the night? I know it ain't right. Into the night, baby. Make it tonight. I caught you glancing my way, and I know what you're after. No second chances tonight. Why don't we steal away? Why don't we steal away? Why don't we steal away? Why don't we steal away into the night? I know it ain't right. Into the night. I know it ain't right. Why don't we steal away? No, it ain't right. Into the night, baby. Why don't we steal away? Make it tonight.
Robbie Dupree. Now, he was sued. Can you guess why?
Sound like the Doobie Brothers.
Yeah, that sounds awfully lot like What a Fool Believes. And the Doobie Brothers themselves didn't care, but the publishing company, they did. And I don't know the results of that lawsuit, but I think they had a definite case there. It's kind of weird. Back in 2009, VH1 ranked Steal Away at number 64 on their list of 100 greatest one-hit wonders of the 80s. You know what the problem with that was?
He wasn't a one-hit wonder?
He was not a one-hit wonder. He had the other song, Hot Rod Hearts. So I don't know how mistakes like that happen.
Okay, I don't remember that either. So
It's one thing that Hot Rod Hearts out on the boulevard tonight. Nothing? All right. So I won't continue to sing.
Thank you.
But it's one thing, like, because I remember there used to be a show in front of mine, and I came in, and you guys were having a contest about one-hit wonders, and a lot of the songs that were mentioned, I said, well, no, that's actually not a one-hit wonder. Now, it's one thing, when just casual people make that mistake, but you're a music channel. You should know. You're making me dizzy here. You should know that Robbie Dupree is not a one-hit wonder.
Well, sometimes you get into that book, and the book that's 10 inches thick, and,
It doesn't hurt to do a little bit of research, though. I mean, especially if this is your, if this is your
Did he have
business.
one hit in the 80s?
The what?
Or more than one hit in the 80s?
He did.
How did they define one hit?
I would say...
Was it top 20?
Yeah, no, I'd say anything that hits the top 40 is a hit. Some
Okay.
people would argue if it hits the top 100. I draw the line at top 40. That's why, unfortunately, the band Scandal had Warrior, and then they had two other songs that went to number 41. They had two songs that died at 41. Oh, how do you not go out and buy like 1,000 more copies of the record or something just to push it over the edge?
I guess, yeah.
Oh. Anyway, so this song was written by, you know who Shel Silverstein is, right?
Yes.
Yes, he wrote.
Where the Sidewalk
Yeah,
Ends.
he wrote a lot of those books, but we've talked about him before because he wrote a lot of the songs for the old Dr. Hook and the Traveling Medicine Show. He was pretty much their main lyricist. He actually wrote this song too. So as you can guess, these are all humorous songs because the guy was a humorist. He narrated the movie A Christmas Story.
Okay.
I didn't realize that was based on his writings.
Really?
Yeah. So look at that. See, we're learning all kinds of stuff today.
Yeah.
That'll learn you, Peter.
Yeah.
All right, here's Johnny Cash and A Boy Named Sue, 89.5 WSKB.
Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to Ma and me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now, I don't blame him 'cause he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought that it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs from lots of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I'll tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard, my wits got keen. Roamed from town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and stars. I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that man that gave me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I'd just hit town and my throat was dry. I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. At an old saloon on a street of mud, there at a table, dealing stud, sat the dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother'd had, and I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you gonna die?" Yeah, that's what I told him. Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. But
but I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we crashed through the wall and into the street, kicking and a-gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer. I tell you, I've fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss, and he went for his gun. I pulled mine first. He stood there looking at me, and I saw him smile. And he said, son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough. And I know I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I give you that name, and I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die, and it's that name that helped to make you strong. Yeah. He said, now you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your guts and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the that named you Sue. Yeah, but what could I do? What could I do? I got all choked up and I threw down my gun, called him a pa and he called me a son, and I come away with a different point of view. And I think about him now and then, every time I try and every time I win. And if I ever have a son, I think I'm gonna name him Bill or George, anything but Sue. I still ain't that man.
Underwriting for Community Radio on WSKB is brought to you in part by Rockies. Over 30 convenient locations throughout Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Florida. One of the nation's largest ACE dealers. Expertise and great product selection in paint, hardware, lawn and garden. That's Rockies. Rock solid service since 1926. On the web at rockies.com.
Saturdays were made for polka. Tune in to the Polka Jammer Network starting at 6 a.m. and Polka Hall of Famer Billy Bellina, Breakfast at BB at 8:30.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Chance if you don't wanna dance.
Def Leppard, and they're cleverly titled Armageddon It. Of course, you know the album Hysteria took like 3 years to make. It was such a mess. They fired Jim Steinman, Meatloaf's producer guy, and they got Robert Mutt Lange, who came in and really fixed everything. In fact, they were so impressed by his contributions. Robert Mutt Lange got a writing credit on all those songs from Hysteria.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool because you know what a songwriting credit will do for you.
Give you
I'll give you some money.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, Hysteria. And it turned out to be a great album. Now, people were wondering, John Lennon, what the heck, man? You were like in the biggest rock and roll band of all time, and now you're just kind of like a house husband? He's like, I'm happy. I'm happy here. I'm got the wife, got the kid, and you know what? I'm fine. People can just leave me alone. And people just couldn't understand. So John Lennon wrote a song because basically for 6 years he hadn't done anything. There was a huge gap between Double Fantasy and Walls and Bridges. So this was pretty much, as he said, I'm no longer really interested in fame. I'm just, of course, except for that Lost Weekend where he kind of ran off on Yoko for a couple months. Lost Weekend.
Yeah.
But other than that, he said he really enjoyed the inactivity, and people just could not understand that.
Yeah.
So this
was
I can appreciate some inactivity. Don't you like inactivity?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, a little inactivity once in a while is kind of nice. But 6 years, that is a long run. But this was his answer to everybody. Here's Watching the Wheels, 89.5 WSKB.
People say I'm crazy, doing what I'm doing. Well, they give me all kinds of warnings to save me from ruin. When I say that I'm okay, well, they look at me kind of strange. Surely you're not happy now, you no longer play the game. People say I'm lazy, dreaming my life away. Well, they give me all kinds of advice designed to enlighten me. Watching shadows on the wall. Don't you miss the big time, boy? You're no longer on the ball. I'm just sitting here watching the wheels go round and round. I really love to watch them roll. No longer riding on the merry-go-round. I just had to let it go. People asking questions, lost in confusion. Well, I tell them there's no problem, only solutions. Well, they shake their heads and they look at me as if I've lost my mind. I told them there's no hurry, I'm just sitting here doing time. I'm just sitting here watching the wheels go round and round. I really love to watch them roll. No longer riding on the merry-go-round. I just had to let it go. I just had to let it go.
just had to let it go.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley, with convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut. Visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org. Join us the third Wednesday of every month with Selectman Joe Didi and his take on everything Southwick.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
My grandma and your grandma were sitting by the fire. My grandma told your grandma, I'm gonna set your flag on fire. You're talking about hey now, hey now, Aiko, Aiko, ande, Giacomo Fino, anane, Giacomo Finane. Look at my king all dressed in red, Aiko, Aiko, ande. I bet you $5 he'll kill you dead. Giacomo Finane, talking about hey now, hey now, Aiko, Aiko, ande. Giacomo Fino, anane, Giacomo Finane. My flag boy and your flag boy sitting by the fire. My flag boy told your flag boy, I'm gonna set your flag on fire. You're talking about hey now, hey now, Aiko, Aiko, ande. Giacomo Fino, anane, Giacomo Finane. See that guy all dressed in green, Aiko, Aiko, ande. He's not a man, he's a loving machine. Giacomo Finane, talking about hey now, hey now, Aiko, Aiko, ande. Giacomo Fino, anane, Giacomo Finane. Talking about hey now, Aiko, Aiko, ande. Giacomo Fino, anane, Giacomo Finane. Giacomo Finane. Giacomo Finane.
The Dixie Cups. Now, let's say that you came across a song that you had no idea who wrote it. What should you do?
Try to release it?
Okay, let me ask you this. What should you not do?
Try to release it?
No. I mean,
claim it's yours.
Before that, yeah, write your names on it. Now, it's two sisters, Hawkins sisters, and they had a cousin, and one of their grandmothers used to sing them this song when they were the kids, and they're like, "Hey, remember that song?" And they said, "Well, we should record it." And for some reason, they decided to put their names as the writers of the song. Yeah. There were lawsuits that went on up until the 90s based on the ownership. Because I guess it kind of was similar to another song, Giacomo. So not only did they rip off one song, they kind of ripped off like two, I guess.
No, the song under the original title, Giacomo, was written and released in 1953 as a single by James Sugarboy Crawford and his Cane Cutters, but it failed to make the charts.
So they didn't
They settled in 67.
That one, yeah. And then there was other ones. As I said, some of these lawsuits went on to the 90s, which is just absolutely crazy. Don't do that. Don't put your name on another song.
Gotcha.
This song not only did the guy give proper credit to what influenced him, when it came time to making the music video, he brought the guy in. Because basically this song is just kind of inspired by Bo Diddley's blues songs, I'm a Man. And George Thorogood, he's completely influenced by the blues, and Diddley is one of his heroes. So this version of the song basically had a lot more heavy guitar because George Thorogood was a pretty good guitarist.
Mm-hmm.
But both songs are full of swagger, and the singers, bragging. And it's kind of cool to have them playing pool in the video.
Do you remember Dan York?
Yes, of course I do.
He was an enormous fan of George Thorogood and the Delaware Destroyers, so much so that all his bumps were George Thorogood.
All of them?
Yep.
Wow, that's committing to the bit.
I had to go buy the CD for that and make all his bumps.
I had a chance to when he was first going to TV. I was offered the internship, and I thought about it, and short-sightedly, I kind of said, because I would have had to give up college theater to do it, and I didn't want to do it.
You would have hitched a. He's still going at WJR in Providence.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying it was the right decision, but who knows? I mean, maybe also to the idea of working for free didn't sound that appealing to me too. But yeah, I mean, I definitely would have probably helped my career, but I didn't want to give up the theater. I was enjoying theater.
I got you.
So I mean, yeah, there's a couple there's a couple mistakes in life I did make. One of them, I met a guy back when I was doing the bachelor auctions, and he told me to come work for. He's like, hey, you know what? If you want, come by, and I set you up. If you want, you can apply for this job. Tell them that you know me, and it'll be all set. I'm like, all right. So I go to the interview, and for the life of me, I couldn't remember the guy's name. I could not remember his name, and
oops.
I'm like, So I didn't get the job. I'm like, no problem. I didn't really want the job anyway. But later on, I found out that the name of the company's got like initials in it, and yeah, he was the first initial in the company. So I probably would have gotten the job, and I don't know how much I would have liked it. But yeah, that was a mistake. I missed too somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're going to do today. We're not going to list the mistakes of Michael Buster McMahon.
Why not?
Would that be fun for you?
It'll kill time.
So here is George Thorogood and Bad to the Bone, 89.5 WSKB.
On the day I was born, the nurses all gathered round, and they gazed in wide wonder at the joy they had found. The head nurse spoke up, said, leave this one alone. She could tell right away that I was bad to the bone, bad to the bone, bad to the bone, bad, bad, bad to the bone. I broke 1,000 hearts before I met you. I'll break 1,000 more, baby, before I am through. I wanna be yours, pretty baby, yours and yours alone. I'm here to tell you, honey, that I'm bad to the bone, bad to the bone, bad, bad, bad to the bone. Woman beg, and I make a good woman steal. I make an old woman blush, and I make a young girl squeal. I wanna be yours, pretty baby, yours and yours alone. I'm here to tell you, honey, that I'm bad to the bone. Bad, bad, bad to the bone.
every woman I meet, they all stay satisfied. I want to tell you, pretty baby, what I see I'll make my own. And I'm here to tell you, honey, that I'm bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. Bad. 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 Woo! Bad to the bone.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donuts shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Join me, Tina Gorman, each week from 6 to 8 a.m. for Wake Up Wednesday, when my guests and I discuss health, wellness, and lifestyle reimagined.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Hot sun beating down, burning my feet just walking around. Hot sun making me sweat. Gators getting close, hasn't got me yet. I can dance, I can talk. Only thing about me is the way I walk. I can dance, I can sing. I'm just standing here selling everything. Blue jeans sit on the beach. Her dog's talking to me, but she's out of reach. She's got a body under that shirt, but all she wants to do is rub my face in the dirt. 'Cause I can dance, I can talk. Only thing about me is the way I walk. I can dance, I can sing. I'm just standing here selling, oh, and checking everything is in place. You never know who's looking
Genesis, you know where they should have went if they can't dance?
Where?
The West Side Dance Center. That's where they should have. Oh, did I sneak in the commercial? Sorry. So basically, the song was basically about guys that looked good but couldn't put, string sentences together. And they were making fun. Each section of the song, if you see the video and stuff, it's making fun of jean commercials. They just hire these models to look good and be in these jean commercials, but the commercials usually make no sense and everything. And he said that the audience, he doesn't think the audience really got it. They were focusing on, like, what do you mean you can't dance? And he goes, it kind of killed a little bit of the fun. He goes, I don't think everybody completely got the joke that we were doing. I did. I thought it was a great little song.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So now, Tom Petty made a mistake here. Mike Campbell, Tom Petty's right-hand man. So he wrote this music, and he played it for Tom Petty, and Tom Petty was like, meh, M-E-H, meh. So he offered it to Don Henley. Don Henley loved it, wrote lyrics to it, became a pretty big hit. Tom Petty missed here. Here's Don Henley and the Boys of Summer, 89.5 WSKB.
Nobody on the road, nobody on the beach. I feel it in the air, the summer's out of reach. Empty lake, empty streets, the sun goes down alone. I'm driving by your house, though I know you're not home. But I can see you, your brown skin shining in the sun. You got your hair combed back and sunglasses on, baby. I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the boys of summer have gone.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley. With convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut, visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for Arts Beat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Do you believe in magic in a young girl's heart? How the music can free her whenever it starts, and it's magic. If the music is groovy, it makes you feel happy like an old-time movie. I'll tell you about the magic and it'll free your soul, but it's like trying to tell a stranger about a rock and roll. If you believe in magic, don't bother to choose if it's jug band music or rhythm and blues. Just go and listen. It'll start with a smile that won't wipe off your face, no matter how hard you try. Your feet start tapping and you can't seem to find how you got there. So just blow your mind. If you believe in magic, come along with me. We'll dance until morning till there's just you and me. And maybe, if the music is right, I'll meet you tomorrow, so late at night. And we'll go dancing, baby, then you'll see how the magic's in the music and the music's in me. Yeah. Do you believe in magic? Yeah. Believe in the magic of a young girl's soul. Believe in the magic of a rock and roll. Believe in the magic that can set you free. Oh, I'm talking about the magic. Like I do believe in magic. Like I do believe. Like I do believe.
The 11 Spoonful. When the 60s were over, pretty much the band was done. And John Sebastian, he started working on a variety of projects. He wrote music for the Care Bear series. He published children's books, made harmonica instruction videos, was a guest star on Married with Children. And, of course, in 1976, you know what he did?
What's that?
He wrote the theme song to the TV show Welcome Back, Kotter, which later on was used as the theme to That'll Learn Ya, my show. That's our... So we started the show and kind of ended the show with John Sebastian today. Kind of weird. Hey, that's the show. Hopefully you'll learn something. I am Michael Buster McMahon. Drink your milk, look both ways before crossing the street, and never, ever give up your dreams. That's my pal and producer in there, Peter Cole. Say goodbye, Peter.
Goodbye, Peter.
We always like to end with something kind of fun. And this song, so it was written by the guy that ended up doing most of the Hanna-Barbera themes, Hoyt Curtin. But he goes, 2 weeks later, they called and said that, we have a lyric. They read it over the phone. Could I write a tune for it? So he goes, I called them back in 5 minutes, and I sang them what I had in mind. And they were in stunned silence. And he's like, oh, God, they hate it. I'm in trouble. They're never going to call me again. But they were stunned silence because they were impressed by it. And he heard the next thing he heard was an offer to record the record. So, and of course, as I said, he got additional Hanna-Barbera gigs after that. But
Cool.
I believe this was the first. What's the real time? I got clocks here with 3 different numbers on it. What's the real time?
9:57.
Okay. So should I talk for another minute? Because this is
No,
kind of
you're good.
We're good?
Yeah.
All right, so we're here next week, right? Nothing weird?
As far as I know.
All right. Hope everyone has a wonderful week. Hopefully you stay warm, and hopefully you learned something today. Here's the theme to the McGilla Gorilla Show, 89.5 WSKB.
We've got a gorilla for sale, McGilla Gorilla for sale. Won't you buy him, take him home and try him? Gorilla for sale. See in the window, McGilla Gorilla, full of charm and appeal. Handsome, elegant. intelligent, sweet. He's really ideal. Don't you want a little gorilla you can call your own? A gorilla moving with you when you're all alone.
This is the Magilla Gorilla Show, starring me and Mr. Peebles, with Mush Mouse and Pumpkin Puss, and Ricochet Rabbit and Droopball.
Gorilla, Magilla, gorilla for sale.
How much is that gorilla